currently, Trump, Putin, and Zelensky are all three working together, trying to come up with this peace deal in order to end the war over in Ukraine, proxy war over in Ukraine. Because we know who started it, really. Go back to 2014, but I'm not here to give you a history lesson. I'm here to share a little bit of intuition, a little bit of insight. Will this peace deal go through? Not if certain countries in Europe can help it. Keir Starmer, who many dislike, does not want this war to end. A few other European leaders I can think of feel the same way as Starmer. One would be a female, Ursula. I think of Medusa when I say that. Sorry, not sorry. Ursula Van, Ursula. She's so obsessed with Europe gaining access to the Russian frozen assets. She's going to find herself in court when this is all said and done. But meanwhile, Europe is going to sink like a sinkhole, especially Keir Starmer, his people, Macron. But Macron's starting to wake up a little bit. I will say that. Macron is a little concerned about, he's focused in more on his own country, but he's part of it. Germany, not as much, but Ursula, Starmer, maybe Macron gave Starmer lessons and said, hey, I've got to worry about internal unrest in my country here in France. You take the wheel, okay? You take the wheel and you stop this peace plan from happening. Make Europe stall. We don't want Putin, Zelensky, and Trump to negotiate any peace plan. Because if Europe, certain countries in Europe like Keir Starmer, if they were out of the way, this would be successful. But I don't think it's going to be successful. And if it is, it's only going to be temporary. Because there are three leaders over in Europe that are going to block it energetically. Energetically, they're going to block it. They don't want it to happen because ask yourself why. How come Keir Starmer doesn't want to see peace in Ukraine and Russia? Why does he continue wanting to take your tax dollars, your assets, into something that's not even benefiting the people? That's what's sad. It's not benefiting the civilians. And it sure the hell is not benefiting you guys that live in these countries that are supporting it. Did I mention that Keir Starmer would eventually go down or maybe tried for war crimes? I don't know if it was Keir Starmer. I can't remember. But this is going to hurt his reputation so bad. He's already, not good in the hot seat. And I know I said the astrology pointed him out by the end of December 2025, but I have to be realistic and tell you that I'm being very open and transparent. There's a window of opportunity in the spring of 2026, and somebody told me you guys have some type of elections in May of 2026, so that could be, but I don't want to sit here and say, oh, for sure. I want you guys to hate me. I'm human. I make mistakes, but he's not going to finish his term. He's not going to finish his term. But anyways, Ursula is so obsessed about taking the Russian frozen assets. And there could be a connection with the elite that I don't know why I'm hearing Belgium. I don't know why I'm hearing Belgium. But I feel like there's going to actually be two men. And I'm not necessarily referring to Starmer, but there's going to be two other men, two elites. One I'm getting in Northwest Europe. And I spoke on this in two videos. The last two videos I put out, I spoke on this man. He may be connected to this. And then there's another guy I'm getting that's got his hand in offshore accounts, foreign affairs, or maybe it's the same guy. December, January, there's going to be a male elite and it's not Keir, it's not Macron. This guy lives more north, I believe. Offshore accounts. I don't know why. He's been to the United States before, but this guy's going down. This guy's big. He's big into banking. He's big into even church to some degree. He's connected to royalty, intelligence. I mean, this guy is courts. I just heard courts. Maybe he's tied into the courts. Maybe he works in the court system. I don't know. This guy's big. He's going to fall. He's going to fall on his knees. Guy, he's going to fall on his knees. But he's separate from Macron and Starmer. This guy is bigger. I feel like he's bigger energetically. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, the peace plan that everybody keeps talking about, I hope it does come to reality. It happens. But there is 3 people blocking it right now. 3 people. Ursula, number 1, with Starmer. And Macron is in the background. And then, of course, there's like another influence that's more north that's trying to block this because they're making money off of it. Offshore accounts. And I feel like I'm just blabbing because I'm so tired, guys. I have a video that I am going to be working on tomorrow for December 2025. I've been so busy with my real job outside of YouTube, and I have 2 procedures I have to have done in 2026. So I'm lining those up, as well as I've been rearranging my apartment and getting ready for Thanksgiving. I'm just going to cook a little bit for me and my daughter. And I also have a surprise for you guys. Well, I'll just tell you. So I'm setting up my computer and I've moved everything. I'm just waiting on my microphone, and hopefully I'll start uploading and recording from my computer. I just have to get OBS situated. I might have to use my Microsoft Cam, well, you know, the software, until I can get OBS together. But I want to be able to be more out in the open where I'm not holding my phone, right? So I have been rearranging, and I treated myself to some electronics. I always do every year at Black Friday. It's the only time I buy myself anything, honestly, is Black Friday. When it comes to like upgrading things, I do need a new phone. I know that. I need a new phone bad. I'm using the iPhone 12, and I think iPhone 17's out, probably 18 by the time I get up to AT&T to trade this bad boy in. But me and my daughter need to switch our phones out terribly. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. It's just, I'm getting that this is not going to happen. It's the Ukraine is going to be told, don't go with it. Europe is going to alter Zelensky like it happened before with Boris Johnson. I'm seeing it happen again. Unless Trump has got a strong influence, maybe something can be done with that. It's like a flip of the coin here. I'm hoping that it does go through. It's successful. It really depends on Trump. I'm hoping this will go through for the sake of the civilians, but Starmer, you're not worried about your own citizens. You're not worried about the people who can't stand you. And I have quite a few people on my channel who don't like Keir Starmer. And you're like some of my biggest supporters. And my heart goes out to you. You guys are what made this channel grow in 2 weeks. And I want to say thank you. So Keir Starmer, I guess he did me a little bit of a favor, but we need him we need him gone, because he is, I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm going to come out and say it. He's a warmonger, in my opinion. Some of these leaders over in Europe are absolute warmongers. I can't wrap my head around it. I thought Joe Biden was bad. Well, that's okay. There's going to be some news coming out on his son, Hunter, and Burisma, and all kinds of things are going to come out on him in the next one. Well, I don't want to put a time frame on it. I'm not going to do that. It's going to come out, Hunter and his dealings over with companies in Ukraine, electric companies, and maybe Burisma as well. I'm not even worried about that as much as I am this peace plan. So lives aren't taken daily. And the ones in the West who created this war, you know what you did. I'm not going to get into it. I'm starting to wonder if Keir Starmer was working behind the scenes with Ursula, some German elites, Scandinavians, if he wasn't being built to take the position he's in now, to work where he is now. He had some influence with Ukraine at the time. I don't know. I feel a rift between him and Boris. I don't think him and Boris would have ever dealt with each other. But Boris is going to be criticized too. There's going to be news about Boris holding information. He knew a lot about Ukraine. He knew this was a proxy war. He knew really how it got started and why it got started. Boris knows. He may come out and speak on it later. All right, guys, I hope to be uploading tomorrow, but I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you soon.